She was the kind of woman most people wouldn't notice. Soft-spoken, traditional, and devoted to her family. Priya Sharma, 42, had spent her entire adult life following the rules. She married young, cooked every meal from scratch, raised 2 children with care, and followed her husband halfway across the world from India to Los Angeles for a better life. From the outside, she was the picture of a perfect housewife. But no one saw what was happening behind the closed doors of her new suburban home. The silence, the isolation, the aching loneliness that grew heavier with each passing day. Her husband Raj was a software engineer who worked long hours and traveled often. He provided everything except affection. Their marriage had become mechanical. No tenderness, no conversation, no connection. Priya felt invisible, like a ghost in her own home. Her children, both teenagers, were adapting to American life quickly. They had friends, school, activities. Priya, on the other hand, had no job, no friends, and no sense of belonging. Her days blurred into one another, cooking, cleaning, waiting, until one afternoon changed everything. She met him over a spilled trash bin. Ryan Miller, 19 years old, was their neighbor's son. Young, confident, full of energy and charm. He was in college, still living at home, helping his single mother around the house. He called Priya Mrs. Sharma at first, always polite, always smiling. But there was something in the way he looked at her. Not like she was invisible, but like she was interesting, alive, desired. It started with simple conversations at the mailbox. Then came longer chats in the garden, a few innocent jokes. Then one day Ryan invited her in while his mother was out. That day changed everything. For Priya, Ryan was like a spark in a cold, dead room. He listened. He flirted. He told her she was beautiful. And slowly, something that felt like attention turned into obsession. They began meeting in secret, at his house, in his car, even in her own home while the kids were at school. The age gap, the moral line, the risk. It all made it more intoxicating. But what began as a secret escape turned dark very quickly. Ryan was young, reckless. To him, it was just a fling, a fantasy. To Priya, it became her entire reality. She started dressing differently, cooking his favorite meals, even writing in a journal about their future. When Ryan started seeing girls his own age, Priya couldn't handle it. She felt discarded, betrayed. She had risked everything for him, her marriage, her children, her dignity. And now he was just done. She begged him to come back. He refused. And then the messages turned desperate, then angry, then threatening. On the night of the murder, neighbors heard shouting coming from the Miller residence. No one called the police. The next morning, Ryan's mother found her son's body in his bedroom. Blood soaked the carpet. His phone was missing, and so was Priya. A full-scale manhunt followed. Priya had vanished. Investigators later found her car abandoned near a bus station. Inside were letters she had written to Ryan, pages filled with love, rage, jealousy, and confusion. In one, she wrote, "If I can't have you, no one can." The public was stunned. Media outlets across the country reported on the housewife killer. How could a middle-aged mother who made samosas for neighborhood kids and hosted Diwali parties become a murderer? The trial was even more shocking. Forensic evidence, Ryan's deleted voicemails, and Priya's own diary painted a disturbing picture of obsession and emotional unraveling. Her defense argued mental illness. Years of emotional neglect and cultural isolation pushed her over the edge. But the jury didn't buy it. Priya was sentenced to life in prison without parole. But the story doesn't end there. Ryan's family was left devastated, torn apart by grief and guilt. Priya's children refused to speak to her ever again. Her husband filed for divorce and moved back to India, ashamed and broken. 2 families were destroyed. 1 young life was ended. And a woman who once lived in silence became infamous for a scream no one saw coming. This is not just a story about murder. It's about the crushing weight of unmet needs, the invisible pain of isolation, and the explosive danger of buried desire. It's a cautionary tale about what can happen when love turns toxic and obsession crosses the line into madness. If this story gripped you as much as it shocked the world, make sure to subscribe for more real-life cases that reveal the dark truths hiding in plain sight. Hit the like button Leave a comment with your thoughts and don't forget to share. Because sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones you think you know best.